Troll,
Yeah,
okay?
okay. Welcome back, boys and girls, to the 863 Sports Buzz with your host, Marshentime and Donnie Mac. We are here. We are ready, and Donnie Mac is ready to lose like always. But hey, we're gonna run it again. All right, we're
Hey,
running it back with some backcourt players of all time. What you guys
hey,
say, Donnie
listen,
Mac?
listen. Hey, Martian time. We're going into the backcourt of the NBA, brother. Hey,
Yes, sir.
you're in my backfield. This is what
Oh,
I've done.
here we
I've got
go again.
trophies from the backcourt, brother. Hey, let's do this. I'm ready to kick your butt. I might be 0-2. You see his sign back there. It's Donnie Mac 0, Martian time 2. Yeah, you
There's a
see the
reason
sign
for it. I
back
mean,
there. If I
the
get the
goat. Yeah,
number
you're right.
one
You're
pick,
right. The goat. I'm the goat. I know. We know.
yeah, hey,
It's all good, buddy. It's all good. It's all good.
hey, but anyways,
Let's see what we can do
backcourt.
real
That's what we're
fast.
gonna do. We're gonna be guards, point guards in the NBA, greatest of all time across 8 different metrics. Boring number 9. That's our PITA round. We will argue
Yes,
about it. We
sir.
will throw stats back and forth. If we can't come to an agreement, then we come down to the all-time great. And I believe Martian time. Did we not establish this as being game winners? And
Buzzer
isn't
beaters,
that
man. Yes,
buzzer
sir.
beaters, game winners? That's who it's going to be. So,
100%.
you know, back to the sign. If we got the GOAT in that category, we all know who's going to get those buzzer beaters. That's
Yeah,
what we're
pretty
going to
much.
do, man. Hey, we're
we
going to
we
fire
all
back
know
and
what's
forth.
happening.
Hey, we're going to draft 10 backcourt players. That's point guards, guards, shooting guards. Um, and that's personal. That's between me and Martian time, between Cody and myself. Whoever our top, 10 are, that's who we're going to draft, and we're going to do it in a snake draft, just like we would do a fantasy draft. And so forth and so forth. Martian time, anything else you want to add to that?
No, I mean, man, we're doing it back and forth. We're gonna have a randomizer on our screen when we do it, and then
And that's all
that's how our
guards.
seeds are gonna go. That's how our seeds are gonna go. It's just point guards. It's just shooting guards. Those are the only two guards that we're looking at here. No, so no small forwards. That's gonna be another episode that we're gonna do later on.
Do we have
But
an
it's fun bringing
episode
that in.
dropping tonight?
Yeah, we do. We have an episode dropping tonight. That's gonna be the pitchers, our pitchers
Pitchers.
draft, which of course, Donnie Mac didn't win again. While I have my crown still, but it will be dropping soon. So you guys want to go check it out? Come check it out. Let us know how you feel about it, and you know,
So yeah, so I'm gonna elaborate a little bit more on that. Um, as far as playoff bracket and drafting, if you want to know what we're talking about, what we're about to do, just if you've heard our last episode, number one, you already know what's going on. If not, go back
yeah,
and check out our last episode with our pictures before you listen to this one. That way, you get a better
100%.
understanding what's going on. It's a pretty cool episode, unless like basketball a lot more than baseball. Go ahead and listen to this one.
Yes, sir. I mean, of course, it's a great thing. You know, and of course, Donnie Mac's gonna lose, but it's just kind of a always thing now. So, but it's okay. Hey, we are live on YouTube, so if anybody wants to come in and say hi, I got our YouTube chat up. So let us
Yeah,
know. See how you guys doing.
come check us out, man. You
Of
got yeah,
course.
you got any suggestions, anything, meet us up on Discord. Cody will drop the link right down below, man. Just click that link. We're even going to come out on TikTok with a couple of short excerpts, man. You guys want to chime in on that? We'll be on that here and probably about the time you're seeing this podcast. We'll be on TikTok also. We're on
Yeah.
Facebook also. Check out 863 Sports Buzz podcast on Facebook, and also on Spotify. You can find it
Hey,
pretty
man.
quick, man. It's easy to find. Got a big red square and it's got a bunch of sports emblems on it right now.
Yeah,
Find it,
we're
man.
working on some more stuff, but hey, let's move along. Let's get it started, man. Let's get our systems through our. We have what 9 categories? I think we're gonna rate all these guys on and see who wins
1,
on the
2,
playoff bracket?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got 8 categories what we're ranking. The ninth
and the
category,
PITA.
like I
All right,
said,
yep.
is our PITA round. That's where
Yes, sir,
I'm a
yes, sir.
pain in the ass to Cody. PITA
Pretty
stands
much.
for
That's all he
pain
is.
in the
So.
ass. Beat us for our Wednesday rounds. Check us out on our Wednesday rounds. They're only 30 minutes, man. They're a PITA. They're quick. They're fun. They're fast. They're out the door. We tell you 10 subjects, 5 apiece. So what's important to me, what's important to Cody, and we tell you what's going on in the world right now, what's going on up to date that week. We'll tell you what's going on, and we just be a PITA to one another, man. We'll chime in and we'll tell each other what we think about that subject as we're talking about that subject. So chime in.
Yeah, man.
Tell
All
us
right, so we got, we're gonna do our PITA, of course. So I'm sure that'll come up. But the other categories we're ranking here: points per game, number 1 category for us.
Number 1,
point guard, shooting guard should be scoring points. Number 2, assists per game. I mean, come on, that just spells it out. If you're a point guard, you're supposed to be dishing the ball.
That's a big deal. If you're guard, period.
Shooting guards
if
do the same thing. Yeah, I mean, you're supposed to be getting the ball to your teammates to help out. Number 3 field goal percentage. See, not just regular field goal percentage. It's only about the threes.
That's a big deal.
That's huge.
It's a big deal.
I mean, if you're hitting threes, you're doing something right as a backcourt player.
If you're knocking them down, you're knocking them down. Ain't nobody gonna tell you otherwise.
And I'm sure one of us will get probably some great 3-point shooters tonight. So, number 4, steals per game. Guard, you're supposed to be shifty. You're supposed to steal the ball. You're supposed to hold your guy down. You got to be a defender, dude.
Yeah, you got to be a defender.
That's what that's for.
Exactly.
And then let's see. We got our PITA coming up next. It's another big subject for us. So that's, of course, we're going to talk about intensity. We're going to talk about, the guy's stature, the guy's championships, the guy's everything, intimidation. If I'm sitting there looking at this guy on the court, am I okay? Am I scared of guarding him? Or am I like, I got this guy kind of thing, All right. Next thing we got going on. Regular all-around field goal percentage. You got to be able to make the ball. I mean, if you're taking 60 shots and only making 10, why do I want you?
Yeah.
That's just as simple as that.
Yeah.
The next one, awards. So we're talking all-stars. We're talking defensive players of the year. We're talking, any award the NBA can give out, we're putting it in there.
Well, yeah. We're not talking about weekly awards, though. We're not talking about.
We're talking about yearly.
Yeah, we're talking about yearly awards. Number 1, championships, MVPs, and all-stars. Those are 3 of our most heavy awards that we're weighing in on and most factor into this category.
Yes, sir. Last, but there's not least, we got rebounds and we got turnovers. Rebounds, if you're a guard, it's helpful. If you're rebounding for your team, that's a bonus, So
if you got 6 or 7 rebounds per game, man, as a guard, that's huge.
It's huge.
That's
but then
huge.
Our last thing is turnovers. Don't turn the ball over. If you're a guard, you're not supposed to be turning the ball. You're supposed to be a handle.
Exactly.
You're supposed to be good.
I agree with that, Marshentime. And they do rank like that, as you'll see when we go split screen. You guys are going to all see that. When we spin our wheel, you see how that's sliced up in the pie. Just in the order he announced that's how much they weigh in percentage on our slice of the pie. When he spins this wheel, you'll see when this pops up that overall the turnovers will not have a big slice of that pie as per points per game. That slice of that pie is going to be that big. So bear with us on that. You'll understand that. You'll see that in a second. If you watch that pitchers round, you'll know exactly what we're talking about.
Yes, sir. All right. So shall we get this started, man? Should we talk about our spinner, how we're going to decide on who goes first? Or you got anything else you want to add into before we start all this up? Or
no, basically just like the pit. Yeah, go ahead and set us up, and I'll talk a little bit on it. Right, just like the way our pitchers, we're going to draft 10, but all 10 are not making this playoff. We're going to do it just like a baseball specified playoff. Or our basketball specified playoff. I'm sorry, I'm thinking about our basketball or our baseball days. We're going to do it just like a basketball specified playoff. We're gonna draft. What is it? 7 on
Yeah, it's well, no, we're drafting 10.
We're,
We're drafting
we're
10 each, and
we're
there's going to be
drafting
8 in the
10,
playoffs.
but only 8 are making the playoffs. So
Yep,
if
8.
I draft those
NBA, because
10
we're doing an NBA
individuals,
playoff.
yeah, when we draft those 10 individuals, not all 10 are making the playoff. Is what I'm putting an emphasis on. Only 8 of them are making the playoff, just like the NBA.
100%. So you got it. You can see that we're good. We're ready to roll.
No, nothing's actually. Marshentime screen. My screen share is not working at this moment. Going on.
All right, all right. Let me know how you doing, man. I'll spin it when you get ready, bud.
They want me to reload the page. I'm not sure exactly how to do that.
Reload the page.
Yeah, I can't reload it.
Try to
Hold on,
refresh it.
give me a second. Let me do something else here.
Yeah, man.
Go ahead, refresh it one
So
time.
hey, while Donnie Mac is doing his thing, we're going to keep talking about our stats real fast. So we're talking MJ, we're talking Steph Curry, we're talking, Jerry West. It's we're not. But so here's another thing: Jerry West was not in when they started doing 3-point percentage, or they started doing steals per game. We're not going to be drafting people like that, but we are going to give them an honorable mention. Jerry West, Oscar Robertson, even. They were great players, great point guards, great shooting guards that we're not going to put in there just because of those reasons. As we're letting Donnie Mac get his setup back up, I'm going to keep talking about these things. The points per game made a big statistic for us just because, you know, if you're scoring the ball, you're helping your team win. That's the main thing that we were trying to do. Is we're trying to do like a team game kind of thing. And I'm going to show you our draft board up here, or our bracket board, so everybody can see what we got here. So as you can see, we got 8 seeds on each side. Middle is going to be the championship game, and that's how we're going to do it. So as soon as Donnie Mac gets his computer back up and running here, we will start off with the draft and have some fun with it. See if he gets anything figured out.
Well, I didn't get nothing figured out.
Donnie Mac's a little slow guy, so he's old, as you'll see in our
Hey,
pictures,
hey,
and a couple other things.
take it easy,
Here's
guys.
that he's a little older than everybody else. So
Take it easy. I might have to back out of this and come back into
yeah,
our.
come on back in, buddy. You got it. You can do it. You can do it anytime. You got the link, so you can just come back in.
Yeah, let me back out of this, and I'll be right back.
Yes, sir. All right, so we're getting rid of Donnie Mac. I probably should have a long time ago, but we're just gonna let him go. We're waiting for Donnie Mac to come back to start our draft, guys. As you can see, I have a spinner up here that's gonna have my name and Donnie Mac's name. That's who is going to be drafting first. Whoever that spin lands on, that's who drafts first. I am 0-2 for that. So at least, Donnie Mac's got something going for him. Luckily for him, because I don't, and I'm kind of annoying, actually, honestly. But hey, we'll let him slide with it. He needs all the help he can get. So we're gonna expand this a little bit since Donnie Mac's waiting to come back. Any questions, man? If you got any questions, let us know, man. Discord. We have our Discord up in the links of all of our Spotify and YouTube. Come and join it. If you want us to have a conversation about something, let us know. Don't mind at all. We enjoy it. So I see Donnie Mac loading back in here. Let's see if he's got everything fixed or if he's still missing in action, as I like to say. Donnie Mac, welcome back, buddy. Welcome back.
Hey, buddy.
How you feeling? You seeing everything now? We feeling good?
Hey, yeah, everything's
all right. All right.
Just baby. Let's do.
All right.
Let's get this PITA.
All right.
Whooping underway.
All right, I'm spinner. I'm seeing who's drafting first. And it better be me this time. I'm sick and tired of you drafting first. Oh, you know what? It is. It is. Guess what, buddy? Guess what? I am so sorry for your loss. We all know who's going number 1, so we're just going to stop screen sharing that for a minute. So how do you feel about that, man? How do you feel about that?
You know what? I don't feel very good because first of all, like I said, when we started this recording Marshentime, dude, hey, it tickles me first of all that you get him, and it really hurts my feelings. First of all, because I've lost the first two rounds in this, and every metric that I've skinned on all these categories that we're doing right now, there's only one person, and that's the GOAT himself that come down to the guards number one.
Bam.
Okay, there's one category he can lose in, and
That is true.
I
That's a
hope
big category.
I hope our wheel lands on that
I mean,
category.
and to be fair, he may not even get into the playoff bracket. You never know. The randomizer may not pick him.
The randomizer may not even pick him. That's right.
See?
Because, like I said,
you may have a chance, buddy. You may have a chance.
Out of 10, only 8 are making our bracket, and there's a randomizer that's going to pick that. So that's a good point. You know what? I hope the GOAT does make it. I hope, you know what? I hope the GOAT does make it, first of all, Cody. That way, so people can stop this nonsense. We're going to see how good he really is. And I will give.
Just look at his stats. You don't even have to argue with him. Yeah. His stats are so above everybody else that it's just crazy.
And that's only for a guard.
Was a machine.
That's for a guard. That's only for a guard.
That's true. Okay? That's true.
Okay, but we're not measuring any other metrics behind that. The GOAT is in a tier 1 for me. Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time when it comes to guards, power forwards, center. I don't care what the hell you say. Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time. He is the GOAT.
Well, so I'm going to go ahead and put my first draft pick in, and we all know who it's going to be, but I'm going to go ahead and hold my draft pick up, and it's going to be MJ. MJ. Number 1 pick, baby.
I like the board feature. I like that. I like that, man, dude. You know, I like it.
I gotta send in my draft pick. You know, that's my draft
pick.
So.
Okay, Marshentime. I like that. Can I send in my draft pick, number 2?
Yeah. Send in your draft pick, buddy. Send in your draft pick. Who you got?
Number 2.
What you got coming? Who you got? Why you got him? You know, give us all your info.
Number 2, our backcourt. We're talking about backcourt, and he's a top 5 for me for all time. And that's an arguable question, and that's Magic Johnson. I'm taking him right now.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
The number 2 spot, I'm taking Magic Johnson, MJ. That's the number 2 MJ in the league right there.
MJs are going Johnson. In, buddy.
Hey, I don't think I have a whole lot of explanation behind that as far as points per game, over 21 points per game, assists per game. Hey, highest, arguably all time, next to John Stockton, is assist per game is Magic Johnson. Now, my boy was doing.
I'm not going to argue with it, buddy. He was a heck of a, it's a heck of a second pick. Yeah, but you got another pick. You got another pick.
And I'm. This is the hardest
shooting guard. You going point guard? Where you going?
Hey, this is the hardest pick I've ever had to make in my life. Right here, here, number 2. Hey, I've had to make a lot of hard picks in my life, Cody, and this right here is a hard pick, brother. I'm looking at number.
There's some crazy ones, man.
I'm looking at number 3 on my list and number 4 on my list, and this says Steph Curry, Kobe Bryant. Okay.
Ooh.
As I analyze these, yeah, and when I look at number 5, he's a far number 5. And it's like, Jesus, if I go one way, you're going to go the other. I already know what's coming. So do I shoot myself? What do I do here? Do I go with the 3-point percentage as far as a career, or do I go with rebounds? Do I go with points? It's hard to go. I'm going to choose Steph Curry above Kobe. Please don't kill me on this.
Wow.
I'm going to take Steph. And the metrics, I'm going to take Steph right now above Kobe, and I don't want to do it, but I'm going to do it just so I can win this bracket, okay? That's it.
You're still going to lose, man, because guess what? Guess who I got? That's all I need, man. I didn't care who I draft. It's over. It's already over. It's already over. But you know what? I love it. I love that you left, one of the greatest shooters out there, one of the greatest clutch players as well. Hey, I got the top 2 clutch players of all time now, buddy. Mm-hmm. And you know who I'm going. We
I know.
all know. We all
I know.
know. I'm
I already
going
know.
Kobe.
I already know.
I mean, come on, man. The guy's literally. Who else do you know of when you shoot a ball? What do you call? What do you call? You call Kobe,
Kobe. Yeah.
and it goes in, man. The
Or
guy
you
was
just
such an amazing shooter,
if you
and
just say
I just respect him. You know, I mean, I respect him. Now, you know, all of his years, the Lakers, and he racked up so many points, so many
now,
games, and I loved watching him play.
I'll tell you this: the only reason I took Steph over him because of two major categories that we value in,
Yeah, your
and
3 point. I know what you said.
one
I
is
know. I know.
assist. Steph's got him, but he's got him a beat an assist, and he's got him beat in 3 point percentage,
Yeah.
and but
Yeah.
not by a little margin. Steph's got him by a pretty good margin. Other than that, Kobe Bryant's got him in every other margin. If it comes down to a PITA round, I'd probably lose when it comes to Steph Curry and Kobe Bryant, and I'd probably lose when it comes down to awards.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely looking like that, buddy.
Yeah, Kobe's got
It's
like
definitely looking
32 to
like that.
20 over Steph. So that's like a 50-50 round. And I took Steph only because of those two categories, we weigh a little bit more value over the rest of them. That's it.
Listen, you know, you were talking about how I was going to choose somebody that you thought, you know, you knew who I was choosing.
I
I'm
already
probably
knew
going
it.
off on you, man. I'm probably going to go off. I'm going to be honest. I'm going off a little bit on the trajectory because I'm
Okay.
drafting people I admire and I love. This guy, you know, I didn't love the person that he was, but I loved his basketball game.
Okay.
All right. So now
You're going AI right now.
I'm going AI, buddy. How did you
You're
know
going,
that? I'm going
you're,
AI, buddy.
you're going AI
AI.
right now.
I'm going
Okay.
Allen Iverson. The guy put up some crazy points. He had great assists per game, and that's huge for a guard. You know, and he was arguably one of the better point guards in the league. So
All
I'm going
right,
AI.
man. I'm probably going to go a little off skew with you right now. I'm going to follow you up, and I'm with you on AI. The dude with the points per game, and I'll back you up on his 3 point percentage wasn't very good. He had a
No,
lot
but
of
it's, you know,
awards, uh, and
100%.
you know what? The guy might have been small. He scored a lot of points, but you know what? He had right about 5 rebounds per game, and that was huge for a point guard in his era and what he was doing.
Yes, sir.
He snagged that ball coming off the rim. That was pretty good. I agree with you. I don't like what he was about, what he did in that, but he still does what he did back then now.
100%.
And
100%.
he was pretty good at what he did.
There's no question about that. No question. All right,
I'm,
man.
I'm
Who you got?
hey, I'm going to follow you up. I'm going to follow you up with a guy that's still in the league this day. To this day, I'm going to follow you
Ooh.
up. I'm not going to legend on you right now. I'm going to stay in the
All
league
right.
right
All right.
now.
Are we going somebody that, you know, are we going like, you know, point guard? Are we going shooting guard? What we going? What we feeling right now? You got to give me a little help, man. I mean, I could probably guess who you're going, you know. I can think of two guys that you're going, and they were both teammates. Am I in the right situation here?
I think you are. Chris Paul. I'm going to go Chris Paul right now. I'm going to go Chris Paul, and I think I was a little off skew on you right now. Chris Paul's got a lot of assists, points per game. He's not really up there as far as guards go, but
No, he's pretty low on that list. But hey,
assists
I mean,
per
I
game,
have him
he's
on
the
my
top
list too.
5
So
all time.
100%. Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean that's not a bad thing.
Well, I'll take Chris Paul there. You know what? His 3 point percentage, he doesn't take a lot of shots, but he's still got a 37.5% 3 point percentage. That's not going to win him around against Steph Curry. That's not going to win him around against Magic Johnson or Michael Jordan, but he's still top 5 pick worthy, you know.
I like it, man. I like it. All right. Who you going next pick, bud? You know, I mean, I was thinking I was thinking either James Harden or Chris Paul. So I mean, I can't say anything.
Well, James Harden was my next pick. You know, in my metric.
I spilled it out, huh? I'm sorry.
No, I'm not taking him. I'm not taking him because
okay.
I'm not taking him. I'm going to point this out, and I would show my screen right now what I got going on. Chris Paul, and my metric, the way I got him mapped out in all of our major
Man's
categories.
got a metric.
To me, Chris Paul is a half a point above James Harden. I could have taken him there. Okay. So
So
in
where are you
my
going your
metric,
next pick then?
I'm going to drop 6 points, 6 3/4 a point below.
Ooh. Okay.
Below, just because I like his assist and his 3-point rating,
Okay.
his awards, his field goal percentage are all a little bit higher. I'm going to go Steve Nash.
Oh, not where I was expecting, but I like
No,
it.
I'm going to go Steve
I
Nash right
like
there.
it. Okay.
And I know why you like it. I know why you like it. You're smiling because a half a point under him, I got another guy is a freaking legend, and you're going to draft him in the next 2 picks. I know you
what
are.
you're talking about, man. I really don't know who you're talking about.
I know you are.
I don't know who you're
And
talking about. So
just under him, I had to get him or Chris Paul, one of the two, because I believe I can win this bracket doing that.
Both,
This
man.
is all
Chris
about
Paul
bracket
and Steve
strategy.
Nash.
This is
Okay,
all about
okay.
bracket strategy. This is it.
Hey, man, I respect it. I already got the GOAT. I got the second GOAT. You're kind of hurting yourself, though, man. I'm gonna be honest. You're kind of hurting yourself.
I am.
You're kind of hurting yourself.
I'm trying to strategize here.
I'm a little worried about you, but I'm gonna let you slide with it. I actually really like the Steve Nash pick. I'm gonna be honest. I really do. The guy invented so many different passes and so many different, like he came in and made the league different. I loved it. Like, he was so cool watching. You never knew where that ball was going, dude.
This is funny that you're saying that, because my last 2 picks, Steve Nash and Chris Paul, when you think about Steve Nash back in his time, you think about Chris Paul today. That's what Steve Nash was doing back in his day, what Chris Paul is doing now in our day. He was dishing those passes just as perfect, just as nice. You know what I mean? It's all the same game in a different culture. That's all it is.
I completely agree with you. And I'm looking at my list now. I'm trying to find somebody that I really want to pick out. And I'm looking at, you keep saying all these assists, so it's got me looking at these assists.
Yeah.
And there's one guy that stands out to me really well.
He's still out there.
Really, really well.
Yeah, he's still out there. He's number 1 in the NBA all time.
I think you know where I'm going.
I think I know where you're going.
You think you know?
Utah Jazz.
I'm pretty sure we've talked about him. A couple episodes. Yeah. I'm just saying.
I don't think you would be wrong to go this route, and a lot of old folk that are watching you right now would probably be chomping at the bit, wondering why we didn't draft him a lot sooner than what we did.
Stockton.
Yeah.
Coming in at my number 4 pick.
That's a good pick.
People that are sitting there like, why didn't you draft him higher? Well, his points per game wasn't the highest, but his points per game didn't need to be high. He dished the ball so well. Well, I watched some highlights on him, and it was crazy. I loved it.
Exactly. Well, I mean, you can watch highlights on John Stockton forever, dude. This is the reason why he didn't go number 1, because we're not just talking about point guards. If we were just talking about point guards, John Stockton would have been the number 1 pick.
Well, Magic Johnson's pretty good too, man.
Oh, well, Magic, yeah. It would have been awesome.
That'd have been a really tough draft.
That would have been too. Hey, but that's the reason why he did. We're talking about guards in general, backcourt, NBA all time. That's the reason why John Stockton. Nobody can hold a candle to this guy and what he could do with the basketball. Nobody can hold.
And look at his stats. Like, his 3-point percentage is still pretty high, 384. His field goal percentage was 515.
Yeah,
that's really high up there, man. I mean, that beats Michael Jordan in a couple things. I'm just saying,
Well, not only that, in the era he was playing and what he was doing, and as much accolades as he got, you're talking about first team All NBA. You could chalk that up to about 45 different awards that he had that we don't account for here. But they are on that metric system if you look at it on Basketball Reference. They are out there, and you can see it. all all defensive NBA, all first team NBA. This guy had at least 40 of them. We only account for 13 accolades as far as awards, and that's all-star MVPs and championships. That's it.
So look, I'm looking at my list here, and there's two people that I really want to choose between. They're both shooting guards. They both played, they both played against each other. They've actually played against each other in a finals.
I already know.
Do you know? Do you
I
know
do.
who you think I'm thinking of then?
You going DW or you going JH?
Oh man, you did know. Oh man,
I'm
I'm
on
proud
top
of
of
you.
it.
Holy cow! So what
I'm on
I'm
top of
thinking,
it, man.
in a PITA round, who would I
Yeah.
rather have on my team?
I,
And
you know
I'm
what?
sitting
I'll
here
make this
thinking,
decision. I'll make this decision real easy for you. In the
okay,
PITI, what I meant by DW, I meant Dwayne Wade. What I meant by JH, I meant James Harden. Okay, I'm gonna make this PITA round real simple. Okay, nobody ever
okay,
played the game as easy as Dwayne Wade did. And when I say
that's
easy, as skilled as this guy was coming out of Marquette into the NBA, he played with one team and one team only. He played so good. He had the likes of Chris Bosh. Uh, oh no! Let's go back before that. Okay. Uh,
he
let's
had
go Shaquille
Shaquille
O'Neal.
O'Neal come in,
Yeah,
buddy,
yeah.
and you
Shaquille
are right.
O'Neal.
That is
He
who
had,
I'm going with, buddy.
yeah.
D Wade, my
That's it.
buddy.
He had the likes of Shaquille O'Neal. He had LeBron James, Chris Bosh, Ray Allen. He had everybody wanted to come to South Beach just to
And he
be
was,
like him. That was
and
it.
he was so, everybody in the basketball community is usually so selfish. This dude was the most unselfish person I think I've ever met.
He
He
was.
gave up
He
money.
was.
He gave up everything to bring in players that he knew would help him win championships. And you know what? He did an interview and he said, the hardest thing I ever did was take a
Mm-hmm.
step back in the team because I knew LeBron him run my, and it was his
Yeah.
team. It was never
It's
LeBron
always
James' team. It was always
yeah.
D Wade's team. And I love Dwayne
Exactly.
Wade, and I've always been a Heat fan. I have a Heat poster over here. You can't see it on the side right now, but it is there. I love Dwayne Wade, and I've always have. So I got to go D Wade as my number 5 overall pick.
Yeah, I'll volley for that guy to the end of this earth. I'm a Cleveland Cavaliers fan. I'm an Ohio fan. I watched LeBron James lead do his whole. It didn't bother me. I understood why he was doing what he was.
100%, man.
I
He was going for
myself put
championships.
myself in LeBron James' shoes. I would want to go play with this guy too down in South Beach in Florida. Are you freaking
Heck yeah,
kidding
man.
me? Who wouldn't want to do that? You're out of your mind. If you don't, it's like hitting the lottery.
I mean, D Wade is the most unselfish player that anybody's ever
Yeah.
played for, and he did leave Miami for a year or two. He kind of bounced around. He went to Chicago. He went to Cleveland, and he came back to Miami because he wanted to finish his career in Miami. And
That's
I
it.
really respect that. And even his last year, he still was putting up points. I mean,
No,
the guy was one of the most deadly players at the rim. He would drive in on you, and there was nothing you could do. Like they called him the Flash for a reason.
And
You know,
him leaving wasn't necessarily on him. That
it
was
wasn't
a decision he had to make financially. He wanted to make a little bit
100%.
more money, and Miami
Mhm.
didn't want to give him no money. So these other teams did, and he made his circle right back around, and he did the
He
honorable
finished
thing.
with Miami.
That's it.
Yeah, 100%, man.
And
Hey,
I've got no argument with that. We're done talking about him. We'll
yes,
move
sir.
on
Go
to
on.
my
What you
next.
got, buddy? What you got? Who you got? Who you got?
We just talked about him, and I'd be dumb not to take him right now. His metrics,
Okay.
as far as
Okay.
everything across our board, I'm taking James Harden.
All right. All right. So
And
so
I'm
now in
taking
our
James Harden.
PITA, if D Wade and James Harden come up, you know who we
What
got to
can I
go with now.
what can I argue about right there? I would just said it. In a PITA round, I would knock him out the water.
Yeah. No, I agree. All right, go ahead, buddy.
Even
Go
though
ahead.
James
You
Harden,
explain.
you know what? James Harden's got a little bit of viable
He
argument
does.
there.
He's got some stats. He's got some better
He
stats, but
Well, he had some people wanting to play with him too. I'm going to surprise you with my next one.
whoa, now we're not okay. Yeah, but then everybody wanted to play with him left because they didn't like playing with him. So let's not go that far there, bud.
No, let's not. We won't get into that because we don't have to go into a PITA round. Number one, James Harden. is a pure shooter. We'll just put
He
it as
is.
that.
He is. He is. I agree.
My next
All right.
pick, it's a little askew. He's good in the assist category, not so much 3-point percentage. His field goal percentage is pretty darn good. He's got a lot of awards also. His rebounds, not up in the top of the list, but I'm going to take Isaiah Thomas.
Oh, that was my next pick.
I'm
All
going to
right,
take
hey man.
I'm going to take Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah Thomas, as he was one of those guys that was underappreciated, undervalued.
I agree. I
He
agree.
was playing.
He was literally my next pick. So
Yeah,
you ain't
he
gotta,
was an
you ain't gotta say anything to
undersized
me,
point
man.
guard. Yeah, he was an undersized point guard that just got the deal done. He averaged over 19 and a half points a game and 9.5 assist points a
Killing me.
game.
Killing me.
Uh,
Away from me.
yeah, he didn't shoot a lot of 3 points, but the ones he did shoot, he wasn't very good at. As far as awards go, man, he did rack up a lot of awards. We know the championship he's got, but Isaiah Thomas, that pick speaks for itself, and we'll move on from there.
All right, I like it. I like it. See, so it's back to me, right? Back to me. All right, cool.
Back to you,
All
sweetheart.
right, let me see what we got. What we got here, man? I got ooh. Do I go with that? Man,
I know where you're going. I know where you're going.
I don't think you do. I really don't
I
think you do.
do.
If you could guess this, I'd be amazed, man. Who do you think I'm going?
You're going modern day NBA.
No, I'm not.
You're not.
I'm not.
Okay,
I think. Well, I may be going him next pick though. So
okay.
I think I know. I think I know who you're thinking about too. So
if not, you're going. Yeah, you got to be going Garvin then.
I gotta be going who?
Gervin, George Gervin.
No.
No, you're not going Clyde.
That's who I'm going.
Yeah,
that's who I'm going.
Got to be Clyde.
Clyde
Drexler.
Drexler.
I think that pretty much. Yeah, that sums up that pick right there.
Clyde Drexler, buddy. I mean, the guy had. I mean, his assists per game wasn't there, but his points per game was. I mean, that's kind of what I'm going for on this one. I'm looking at all. Everybody else kind of got a little bit less on the points per game. And I liked Clyde Drexler. I mean, his field goal percentage was up there pretty high too. So that's kind of the main reasons I'm sticking with him.
And his assist, as far as my metrics ranked Clyde down in my list, he was number 15th overall as far as my list went. His field goal percentage is 47 and some change. What was one that stood out for me was assist. Yeah, that was what it was. 6 and some change and assist. He still had a really good assist as far as back in that era. What he was doing. They weren't shooting the ball a lot back then. And that wasn't a big deal as far as a 3-point. And I think with Clyde, his first 2 years, they did not measure that 3-point percentage metric.
No, I don't think they did.
I think he got gypped on that. And if they did, and they didn't record it, Clyde could have got gypped pretty good.
Now I'm going modern NBA, though.
Yeah, I know.
Talked about it. Oh, am I? Do you?
I know you are. Now, what I don't know. Now, I've got these guys ranked higher than Clyde Drexler. There were 2 spots side by side.
There was a reason I took. Well, I knew I had 2 picks too, so it wasn't too big of a deal for me. But I'm going
Russell
Westbrook.
That surprised me. That's not who I thought he was going to take. I thought he was going to take Damian Lillard.
I like Damian Lillard. He's still got a lot of things going. And I thought about it. I really did. I've thought about Damian Lillard a couple of times, but I don't know. I feel like it's going to be a jinx for me if we do take him. So I kind of, because I'm a Miami Heat fan, so I don't want to. I want him coming to Miami. So I feel like if I take him, he's not going to. So I'm going to.
So why are you taking Russell there? Why are you taking Russell there?
Russell Westbrook, a scoring champion. The guy put up as a point guard. He played for some crappy teams, to be fair. Let's be honest. OKC when, he was playing with a great team in OKC until everybody decided to leave him.
Well, that was kind of your fault.
Well, yeah, but it wasn't Russell Westbrook's fault. He got stuck on a team and everybody left and he stayed there. But
he kept
he
trying it
still
out.
put up 23 points per game. With a little bit over 8 assists a game.
I'm trying to warm
That's
you up
kind of
for a
nice.
PITA round, man.
Oh man, I ain't even worried. I can't give you all my stuff though. I don't want to give you all my
I
secret
need you. I
details.
need you to
I'm
warm up.
not.
Tell
I'm
me
not
why
doing
you
that.
took
I'm
Russell
not doing
Westbrook.
that. No. I'm not giving you all my details, man, because I know that happened. That happened almost last time. You tried to get rid of. No, I'm not doing that, man. I'm keeping a little bit some secrets. So, Russell Westbrook, buddy. That's my pick. Who you got? That's all we're giving it. That's all we're giving it.
Okay, next I'm going to take who I thought you was going to take in that position right there with Damian Lillard. I'm going to take Damian Lillard right now.
D. Lily, let's go.
Hey, the only reason I'm taking him is because he's better than Russell Westbrook. Number one.
Well, wait a minute. Now, whoa. Let's be honest. In the
his
primes,
shooting
Russell
percentage, his
Westbrook's not in his
3-point
prime anymore,
percentage,
sir.
his turnover, the whole 9 yard. I'm taking Damian Lillard over Russell Westbrook. It doesn't matter which way you skin it. Damian Lillard knows what he wants. He's about to go to Miami, as little as anybody knows. He's about to win him 4 or 5 championships.
Okay, let's not go too far there, but let's not get too far up there, buddy. Let's not get too far.
I'm just kidding. I sound like a Miami fan, don't I? I really sound like a freaking Miami.
You do.
I'm sorry.
All right, who you going with your 8th pick, bud? Let's keep it moving here. You got to move it a little bit,
Well,
yeah. Look at all your stats. I know you need the help, so.
Well, I'm looking over here, and this is kind of a tough pick right here when we're getting down to the nitty gritty because we've got 2 picks left. First of all,
well, you got 3 picks left. You got 8, 9, and 10.
Well, I've got this one, and I've got one more important pick, and the other one's a throwaway pick, in my opinion.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I mean, kind of right, honestly.
Because,
this is where it's kind of gotten where it's like, I don't even know who to go with.
Because if I don't pick the right guy now, you pick him, and it could cost me this bracket. And I'm 0-2 right now.
You keep saying that, man, but there's people that I'm going, out the window with because I respect them as players.
I'm going to go Tim Hardaway right now.
Tim Hardaway.
I'm going to go Tim Hardaway. Just because I'm scared, I think you might snag him from me. Tim Hardaway. I think he was undervalued as far as 18.5 points a game and over 8.2 assists per game. He was very undervalued. He didn't shoot a high percentage in 3-point percent, but he did not shoot a low percentage in 36.5%. I'll take that any day you want to go. Field goal percentage, he wasn't very impressive, but like I said, he was the leader of the offense. He didn't turn over the ball a lot. 2.7 turnovers per out his career. Average per game per his career. You know what I mean? That's not a big deal to me. There's a lot of these guys. If you look at Magic Johnson, he had 3.6 average percent turnover per game throughout his career. You know what I mean? So that's a pretty big deal when it comes to Tim Hardaway. For me, you're shooting the ball really well. You're getting me 18.5 points a game. You're giving me a lot of assist point per game. That's a big deal. I'm going to take him in this bracket just because I think he can help me win if it gets down to the nitty gritty.
All right. So you know what? You went in a little bit interesting pick. I am going to go with who I think arguably is still one of the best 3-point shooters of all time.
Okay, Ray.
Am I going Ray or am I going Reggie?
Reggie. Oh, yeah. You could be going Reggie.
Which one am I going, man?
I think you're going Ray.
All-time 3-point shooters of all time. But I am going Ray Allen. You know what? Yeah. Ray Allen, the most dynamic shot in history. Well, let's be honest. Well, probably the second to Michael Jordan's one shot. But the 3 in the corner against the San Antonio Spurs to lead Miami into overtime to force it was one of the sickest shots of all time.
That kind of resonates.
Oh man, I mean, I can still see it. Chris Bosh dishing it back out to him, and Ray Allen going over. I think it was Tony Parker who was coming out to try to block it or something, try to guard him. And man, he just raised up and drilled it in the corner. That's why I'm taking Ray Allen.
I think he beats Reggie in a playoff and a PITA round. The only reason why
that's a tough one, man.
You know what? Reggie played against Michael Jordan.
He
And
did.
Reggie's got a 30 for 30 out on Reggie Miller, to where he said he was afraid of Michael Jordan. When he got under Michael Jordan's skin and Michael Jordan started taking over the game, you know what? That ruled Reggie Miller out of. Ray Allen would never say anything like that in his
That is
career.
true. That is true.
Anybody, look at that look that Ray Allen gives you after he knocks down that shot.
You're right.
Give me that.
You're right. You're right.
Ray Allen would never say that. I don't care. I don't care who you are.
All right, number 9 now. I'm going with my number 9 pick. I'm looking at my list. You know, I was still thinking about Reggie Miller, right? I'm still thinking about him. But, you know, there's one guy out there that we're talking about shooting guards, talking about some of the best all time. I'm going to go Tracy McGrady.
T-Mac?
T-Mac.
Go on, T-Mac.
I like Tracy McGrady, man. Look at his points per game. His points per game, you know, all of his stats aren't the greatest, but they're really high up there. They're all midline, and that's what I want in my draft. You know, even he may not beat everybody, but he's going to beat quite a few in a couple different categories where
you
my guy can move on and your guy won't.
T-Mac, hey, T-Mac did his thing, man. Now, when it come to shooting, T-Mac, these things are not measured. These are only numbers. These are not measured by shooting spurts. When T-Mac went off, when you watch this guy go off, dude, he went off for awesome. 17 points within 6 minutes. You cannot score like this guy could, man. 100%. Nobody in the history of the NBA could score like T-Mac could score, man. I remember watching him, not even Michael Jordan himself. Michael Jordan had to do it over the game period. T-Mac would do it over 12 minutes. He didn't give a shit. If you gave him the opportunity, he would do it. And that was fun to watch. I love that pick right now. He wasn't even on my metrics list. He wasn't even on my list at all. T-Mac, I love that pick. I really loved it. I was listening to a podcast today on when they were talking about Tracy McGrady, and that's really cool that you picked him just now.
I got you, buddy. All right, man. You got your number 9 and number 10 pick. What you got?
Well, I think it's pretty simple when I go off of what my numbers are telling me right now. And I'm going off. Be
careful about your numbers, man. I'm just saying your numbers have been a little bit off, so be careful on your numbers. But
my numbers are perfectly good. Okay.
Okay. Whatever you say, man. Whatever you say. Hey, that's what you think. You know, keep doing your thing, buddy.
But they drop off at these last 2 picks. They drop off real bad. Right now, I'm going to take Reggie Miller. I got to take Reggie
Miller.
Yep.
Okay.
I got to take Reggie just because of his points per game, his rebounds per game, and he wins the turnover metric, and his 3-point percentage is a lot higher than a lot of the guys we have on our list. He's got a 40.5% three-point percentage, and we all know about how Reggie Miller can shoot the basketball. So his field goal percentage is 47.3, I believe.
Okay.
He doesn't have a lot of awards, but I mean, like I said, this is the bottom of my list. I'm going to put Reggie in there, but if I stack him up against Ray, you already took my pick. I take Ray over Reggie. That you took Ray out of my pocket. That was my other guy. I like Reggie. I really do. I like when he had a shootout against Larry Bird there at the end of Larry's career, early in Reggie's career. I may be wrong, but who cares? My next pick is a real tough one too, and I really wish, and this is an honorable mention, I really wish I could take Oscar Robertson or Jerry West, but we cannot include him or them in these metrics that we're doing now.
Yeah, I talked about that while you were gone, so I just wanted to make sure everybody understood that we're not leaving the guys out. We're not leaving them out. We can do all of it,
Because Oscar would have been gone off of our board. Jerry West would have been gone off of our board. Right now, I've got to go. I want to go George Gervin. Just because of his awards. but
George. I like it.
I am. I'm going to go George Gervin right now.
Okay.
I don't know a whole lot about George. I just read about him in my metrics when I was researching him.
I
I do know
read about him
about
a couple
George.
times too.
Yeah. What I do know about George is I hope I don't get in a PITA round. His field goal percentage, though, is 50%. He hit half of the shots he shot, and he averaged 25.5 points per game, Cody. That was a pretty big deal. This was back in the 70s. I don't know how big that is back then, but I know when Wilt Chamberlain was doing it back then, it was a pretty big damn deal. So I like George Gervin there.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm looking at some, all my picks left on here. I'm looking and I'm looking and I'm looking. And, there's a couple of people that stand out that we didn't talk about.
Yeah.
And there's one person who I really think that I'm going to shock you. I'm really going to shock you on this pick. And I don't think you have. All right.
Okay. Try me.
I'm going point guard. All right. Point guard.
I've got 3 of them left on my list.
Well, who anybody started for the Seattle Sonics?
Seattle Supersonics. Muggsy Bogues?
No.
Because that's another odd.
Also played for the Heat.
Oh, yeah. No, I already said I drafted Tim Hardaway.
No.
Gary
Payton.
Gary Payton. Oh, yeah, that's right. Gary Payton. That was a good one.
Yeah, you didn't even have him on your list, did you, buddy? Yeah, I'm coming out, buddy.
You didn't.
Yeah, coming out, man.
I'm gonna throw one at you. Everybody should have on their list when it comes to point guards, and that's Jason Kidd. That's an honorable mention.
I had him on my list, but when I'm looking at both of them, I'm looking at both the stats. Right up in here, Gary Payton had more points per game, had a better field goal average, had a better 3-point average. I mean, Gary Payton's kind of scary. Good assists per game, and nobody talks about him because you know what? He never really was really on a great team. But you know what? He is now because he's on my team, and we're going to win this championship again. So let's get it going. Let's run the bracket. Let's see who wins, buddy. All right, let me pull up the number generator here for us. Where's it at? Bam. All right, we got our number generator up. Can you see our number generator, sir?
Not yet. You can see it. I will. I will here in a second. Give me a second.
Right. Yeah, let me know when you're ready. Let me know when you're ready. I'm going to grab my bracket board here. You good? Still good? No,
not yet, but you can run it.
Right,
there we go.
Run it anyway.
We're ready to go. It's
not important anyway. I'm the one who has to make the bracket board anyway, so.
We're ready to go. We're good.
All right, let's see what we got. Okay, hang on. Let's explain this to people now that I just did it. We have our number generator on here. Oops, well, for some reason, there we go. We have our number generator. So what we have here is our 8 seeds of our playoff bracket are going to be whatever the draft number was. So my number 1 seed right now is going to be my number 10 overall pick. My number 2 seed is going to be my number 3 overall pick. My number 3 seed is going to be my number 8. And then Donnie Max is on the bottom. So, his number 1 seed is going to be his number 4 pick. Number 5, number 2, that. So we both have our number 1 overall picks. We both have our number 2 overall picks.
This is not the actual seeding, though. He's going to spin these numbers. They're going to realign, and then we're going to do it again. That's how we're going to actually seed them. So these are not the actual seeds. If you're trying to keep track, not saying anybody is.
And he's going to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Right there is our
finals. All righty.
You get your number 1 pick. My MJ's in it. We might as well hang it up. Give him the crown, guys.
You want to just call it over, man? You want to just call it done? Might as well. It's kind of
call it over with.
It's over. It's over. MJ's in. It's done. It's over. All right, let's see here what we got here. I'm going to go ahead and let you talk about some stuff. I'm going to turn off my camera here so you can talk. I'm going to turn this off for you so you ain't got to worry about this, and we'll let you go full screen, buddy. All you, man.
Cody's going to draw up this board, and he's going to draw up a nice little NBA bracket for us. But in the meantime, we're going to talk about a little bit of point guards and backcourts, man. Some of the big backcourts I remember back in the NBA included John Stockton and Steve Nash. But one of the real big backcourts that really come, of course, it's no big surprise to anybody, and it shouldn't be. It is MJ and Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen was not a guard; he was a forward. And he was included in a lot of these metrics that I was researching in the last couple of days, and he was in there on steals, assists, points per game. He averaged over 17 points per game, even with Michael Jordan as a sidekick. As far as steals and defense went, he was an all defensive team 9 times in the NBA, which are really huge, man. That was really cool to start seeing a lot of these numbers that they were pitching out when I started researching backcourts in the NBA. A lot of big names popped out to me. Isaiah Thomas, one of the reasons why I took him, of course, coming up with the Detroit Pistons, but he's 9th of assists all time in the NBA. He was 17th all time in steals in the NBA. And as a point guard, back then when Isaiah Thomas was playing, he had one Finals MVP, but he was 67th all time scoring. As a short guy as he was for the Detroit Pistons back then in the NBA, that was a huge deal. That was pretty cool to watch. It's pretty cool to see. As I was researching these back in the 80s, because I don't know a lot about them. I was born in the 80s. But when I started researching a lot of backcourts and everything going on, that was one that really popped out to me was Isaiah Thomas. It was a really big deal what he was doing, and like I said, Oscar Robinson was probably by far one that got snubbed out of this list just because of the time and era he played. The basketball metric that we weighed today, he didn't make that because they weren't recording it back then. He was 7th all-time NBA in assists, 13th in scoring, and 76th in rebounds. That's Oscar Robinson. He's a point guard. Again, back then they didn't measure a lot of the metrics that we're weighing, but all-time, if you ask anybody to rank as far as point guards and guards go in the NBA, Oscar Robinson is probably going to be in the top 3 or 4 of that list. Probably. Not including Jerry West. Not including Jerry West. When you talk about point guards in the NBA, you talk John Stockton, Jerry West, you talk Steve Nash. Those are the 3 main, and Chris Paul. I can't throw him out of that metric either. And an honorable mention behind that, as far as point guard goes, is Rajon Rondo. Nowadays in the NBA, he's still playing, but this guy, he's very good when it comes to assists. Turnovers, he's not very good. He was a very important piece to a Boston team back in, I believe it was the mid 2000s. If Cody can hear me, he can chime in, but I can't remember. Rajon Rondo, he's very good in ball handling skills as far as it comes to assist. When you watched ESPN back in those days, you saw Rajon Rondo with the Boston Celtics, and he had pretty good dishes. Same goes with Jason Williams. You can't forget the metrics that guy had as far as ball handling skills goes. Utah Jazz, Jason Williams, that was a big deal. Jason Williams, very flashy with the ball, but he was very good with the ball. He was very good at passing the ball, and it was pretty cool to watch. A lot of things that he did. Jason Williams was pretty flashy. You think about the professor nowadays in street ball, you know what I mean? A lot of things that he does. The professor is pretty cool. If you haven't seen any videos, go check it out on YouTube. But Jason Williams, he was the epitome of that passing resume when it came to passing and fancy passing and pretty cool slick passing behind the back, elbow slapping passing. Jason Williams was the epitome of that.
100%. And I considered drafting him, but there's a couple people that I didn't draft that I've really considered. So we got our board here set up. I'm going to show everybody. I'm going to let it go on here. We got first rounds of D Wade and Tim Hardaway. We got Magic against Ray Allen. We got Westbrook against Gary Payton. We got James Harden against Steve Nash. We got Reggie Miller versus Clyde Drexler. We got AI versus IT. We got George versus Steph. And we got Kobe versus MJ.
Oh, man.
Look at that.
Wow.
That was like, man, I'm kind of hurt on that one. I'm gonna be honest.
How did that happen, man?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm kind of hurt by that. I'm gonna be honest.
We can't have that in the first round.
I feel like I messed something up here. Hang on. Let me
you had to.
Those are both my players. So yeah.
Yeah, you messed something up.
Oh, you got Harden and Steve Nash, right? So I swapped them. That's what it is. Yeah. Okay, that's what it is. Good. Ha. Good. So we're moving MJ over here where Steve Nash belongs. That's what it is. That's what it is.
Okay. You can't do that, man.
Yeah, I was about to say, how did my number 1 and my number 2 pick play each other? That's some bull crap. All right, now we're good. Now you're your guy, my guy, your guy, my guy. All right, we're good. We're good. Now we figured it out. All right, man. So we're gonna spin them now. Are you ready?
Well, let's do it, man.
I'm gonna bring up our spinner here.
Hey, should I take a break right now? Should I take a quick break? Go get me some water.
Yeah, go get you some water while it's coming up on your free screen.
Yeah, go ahead, because it's going to take about 40 seconds to load. That's how long it's going to take.
Man, do it. Do your thing. Go hurry up. All right. While he's going to go grab his water, I'm going to go ahead and talk about this for a little bit. We have our big list here. Again, we talked about it before. I'm going to go through our list here just so everybody knows. We have points per game as our biggest category. We have assists per game as our second. We have 3 per field goal percentage as our third. As our number 4, we have steals per game. As number 5, we have our PITA. As number 6, we have our what is our 6th one? Field goal percentage. And number 7 is our awards. Number 8 and 9 are tied, and they are rebounds and turnovers. So we're going to run this through that. We got all through that now. We're going to wait for Don and Mac to come back to run this list here for us. Sorry about that, guys. All right. Check this out for a second. All right, everybody. So now we got a good list here. So I'm going to make a prediction here. I'm going to put, I'm going to say it's going to be Westbrook, MJ, Ray Allen. I know Magic and D Wade on the one side. It's going to go Clyde, AI, Steph, and Kobe on the other. So it's going to be a fun one, guys. Stay tuned. Wait for old Donnie and Mac to come back. Maybe if he comes back, he's a little slow, guys. But hey, check us out on YouTube. We're live right now on YouTube. We try to go live every Sunday now. I got everything going live. We're also going to be live on Wednesdays now, too, for our PITA sessions. Don't miss it Wednesday. We are going to be doing one this Wednesday. We may or may not be doing one in a couple weeks. So remember, if you're watching this on YouTube or Spotify, this has been done a week ago or so. We're always a little bit, pre-recorded on stuff, but we're enjoying it, man. I enjoy busting Donnie Mac's balls a little bit. He's losing always, so I feel kind of bad beating him all the time, though, guys. So.
All right, kick him off there, Marshentime. Sorry about that, brother.
No, but you're good. We're going to spin it off here. We're going to start off with D Wade and Tim Hardaway.
Let's do it.
What we got going in? We got assists per game, and I think Tim Hardaway's going to win that one pretty easy. I would believe, right?
Well, no, not necessarily.
Tim Hardaway's.
Let me go to my metrics here.
Go to your metrics. My man's got a whole thing over here, boys.
D Wade got 5. Who we got?
Tim Hardaway. What you got? I'm pretty sure Tim Hardaway has more.
Yeah, he has 8.6 assists per game. So Tim Hardaway moves.
Point guard versus shooting guard. I mean, that's kind of, it's what should happen. Let's be honest.
Yeah, that's what should happen. If there was a points per game, D Wade's got 22. Tim Hardaway's got 18. So it's pretty close.
Yeah, we're moving on, though. We're moving on to the next.
Hey, the positive is they both played for Miami, so that was good.
Yeah, man. All right, we're going Magic Johnson and Ray Allen.
Oh,
here we go. Spit it off. Who got winning? Hang on. Prediction. Early prediction.
Magic.
I kind of agree. But 3-point percentage could come into set. Field goal percentage. I think Magic Johnson's got a pretty high field goal percentage, doesn't he?
Let's see. 52%. Yeah, he's second all time.
He's got that one. Yeah. Ray Allen's got a 450, which is still not bad,
Yeah,
45%,
not bad.
Not bad. Especially for how many 3 points the guy took.
Couldn't get past Magic, though. That's 2 for 1 on the MacBird. on Donnie Mac.
That's all right, man. Listen. To be fair, that was one of your higher picks there, bud. So we're not going to go too far into that.
Yeah, no kidding. That was my number one pick. He better.
All right, we're going Russell Westbrook and let's see, what do we got? Oh, we got Gary Payton. Steals per game.
Ooh, that's a good one. What you got, Ross? He's got 2.
And Gary Payton has 1.9.
Oh, what is Russell though? What is he?
I thought you had. I thought that's what you said too.
No, you got to look at it's 1.9. My metrics doesn't do decimals.
Gotcha,
1 point. What's Russell
he's got 1.8. He's got 1.8.
So Gary Payton moves on.
Well, no, it's a tie then, bud.
1.9 to 1.8.
1.8, 1.8. They both have 1.8 steals.
Okay, spin it again.
Spin it again, man. We spinning it again. We are spinning again. We're going to take steals per game out since that one's, already been used. So we're not going to use that again.
And this is assists per game. Russell's got 8.
Ooh.
I know that.
And Gary Payton has, let me find it real fast, 7. So Russell Westbrook moves on.
What's Russell Westbrook? 7 what?
Russell Westbrook's 8.3. Gary Payton is 7.
Oh yeah, 7.83. Yeah, good call.
All right, we're moving on to the next one.
You got you one that moved on. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I had to. They were both my players, but that's just how that one works. the one pick we have to have one of each of ours.
Yeah, they have to. They have to.
So field goal percentage on James Harden and what do we got? Michael Jordan? Yeah. I don't think this is even close, is it? James Harden at 44.2%. MJ at 49.7%. MJ, of course, moves on.
I don't think we need to talk about that.
Yeah, we're just gonna move on. That's kind of your, loss. Moving on.
Okay, you want to move on. Hey, we can harp on MJ now. We can talk a little bit about MJ.
Reggie Miller, Clyde Drexler. You ready?
Let's do it. Put our screen share back on.
Oh, our screen share came off? Oh, my bad. My bad. Let me put that back on here. My board's hitting my keyboard's wide, so that happens. There we go. Points per game. It lands on points per game, good sir. What do we got? What you got for Reggie Miller, Clyde Drexler? Clyde Drexler, 20.4. Reggie Miller at 18.2, sir. Guess who that means? Who's on, buddy?
Clyde
Drexler. Another one of your guys out of the bracket.
Another one bites dust.
Must hurt. Now we got a good one. AI or IT? Isaiah Thomas or Allen Iverson?
Ooh,
who we got?
That is a good one. That's a good one, man. That's a good battle right there. Steals per
game.
AI
at 2.2. What's IT got?
He's got 2 something.
I got him at 1.9.
Yeah, 1.9. That's exactly it. AI moves on.
AI move on.
Wow, that was a big defeat for AI. Moving on in the bracket.
AI moving on. That was a good one.
By not even a half a steal.
Steph. George and Steph. Your boy George against Steph Curry.
George Garvin and Steph Curry.
Yes,
those are my 2 guys there.
Awards.
Oh, man, Steph's got it.
Yeah, Steph's got quite a few awards already.
He's got 21. George Garvin, he's got 16.
Steph moves on.
21 to 16, Steph moves on.
Now we got Kobe Bryant for Steve Nash.
Ooh, what category are we going to get? Assist, please, assist.
Points per game.
Oh,
Kobe Bryant.
We don't even have to look at that. It's 14 to 25 points per game.
That
Kobe
sets up a
Bryant.
huge matchup in Steph Curry versus Kobe Bryant next round.
Oh man, that's a big deal,
Man.
dude.
All right, so we
As
got
far
Tim
as
Hardaway.
backcourt NBA. Here we go. This is guards and point guards, guys. This is
Tim
all
Hardaway versus
metric
Magic Johnson.
backcourt. Tim Hardaway, Magic Johnson. This is a
Who
big
we got?
deal.
Who we got?
Spin them off. Let's go, Magic.
Both of them are yours, buddy.
I know.
Points per game? I don't even think
that's
it's even
Magic.
close. It's not even close. Magic wins.
Yeah.
Magic moving on. Westbrook versus MJ. What do we have that he can take over? He can take over in
Rebounds.
field goal percentage.
Oh,
and sticks
no.
and field goal. And that is going to be 49.7 against. Let's see,
50.
where is Russell Westbrook at 43.7?
Like 44, yeah.
Guess who moves on?
MJ.
Which sets up the two MJs playing each other the next round.
Oh my God.
Ooh, for the AFC Championship, man. Oh, there goes another thing of mine. We're not going to talk about it. Shut up. It happens. We're moving on. Clyde Drexler versus AI.
Okay, you're two guys.
Oh, man. We got assists per game.
Oh, man. Clyde might have that one there.
I don't know, man. Allen Iverson at 6.2.
Clyde's got
Clyde
6.
Drexler. I have 5.6 of Clyde Drexler.
Yeah.
Allen Iverson. AI moving on, buddy. AI. Now here's a big one. Here's a huge one. Steph Curry versus Kobe Bryant. Man. Who you got? Who you got going in this, bud? Who you got?
Man, I don't know who I take in this one. Before you even spin that wheel, if it lands on assists per game,
man.
points per game, it doesn't matter which way you go. This is going to be a very close metric to measure.
This is very close. Like
very close.
Well, assist, Steph has it, but points
Steph
per game,
has
Kobe's
him,
got him. This is gonna be tough, buddy.
Steph Curry's got man. He's got about assist and a half per game. As far as points per game, though.
I hope this lands on PITA, man, because I'm going to be honest. This is going to be a tough one.
Oh,
We're spinning it, though. Here we go. You ready? You ready?
That's a high one, man.
Here we go. What do we got? What do we have? Awards? It's going to land on awards.
Oh,
and Kobe's got it.
Kobe's got
it. Yeah,
32. Steph Curry's got 21. Yeah.
Kobe Bryant moving on.
He beat him by over 11 awards.
Kobe's Kobe, man. What do you expect, All right. We're going Magic Johnson versus Michael Jordan. We're talking best point guard against best shooting guard. To be honest, probably against the best player of all time.
Yeah, the best backcourt of all time. You put Michael next to Magic, dude.
Dude.
You got the best tandem backcourt.
We are spinning it. We are spinning the wheel, and let's see who comes out on top. And it's going to be points per game.
Oh, man.
And we all know the king, the GOAT, moves on. MJ moving on into the finals. Where MJ belongs. Let's be honest. MJ belongs in the finals, so we're just going to leave it at that.
We all know who got
and guess what that means, though, guys? Guys, I just want to point this out.
That's what that
Donnie Mac, Donnie Mac, again, doesn't have a player in the championship round. Donnie Mac, it's been an honor. It's been a good peace off. I just want to say goodbye, sir. It's been an honor.
Should I just sign off right now? Should I just sign off right now? Go ahead and pack
you might as well. You did all this extra work, AI versus Kobe Bryant to go see who goes in the championship to face the GOAT. Who we got? We got assists per game.
Ooh.
I think AI moves on.
6.
AI moves on.
Yeah, AI moved on.
Wow.
He's going to meet MJ.
MJ in the finals. We're talking finals. We're talking MJ. We're talking Allen Iverson. I mean, you got a great point guard. You got the greatest of all time. We're going to fight each other out. We're going to best of three like we always do.
Against new
Old
school.
New school. Yes, sir. And we're spinning it for round one.
Spin them off, Cody. Here we go, man. Who's going to win this round? Old school or new school?
3 field goal percentage.
3-point field goal. We got 33. AI's got
MJ wins.
31. MJ takes him out. Just like
MJ
always.
Up 1.
Look at the sign behind me, Marshentime. The GOAT. Whoever got the GOAT. I told you this before we started spinning this podcast, before we started this bracket. Whoever got the GOAT, man, was going to win this bracket. Michael Jordan is the best all time.
We're spinning it again, though. You know, hey, it's not over, man. Allen Iverson can make a comeback here. We're doing best of 3. And we got
awards.
Yeah, it's over. It's over.
You want to try that one? You want to try that one? 17 to 46 awards. Are you kidding me? MJ by a marginal victory.
Listen, we all knew who was the champion. We all know who the GOAT was. We didn't have to do this. Let's be honest. We all knew who was going to win this.
You already knew that.
MJ is the greatest of all time. And
we knew who was the best in the backcourt. It didn't matter who you picked.
Yeah.
Who got MJ was the factor. Who got MJ?
I mean, there were only a very few categories that he could have been beaten in. And it just wasn't going to happen.
That was awesome. That was awesome. That was cool. I
enjoyed beating you like always, buddy. You know.
I wish I would have gotten the number 1 pick because I would
give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, Donnie Mac. Give me 1 second, buddy.
I can't give you your 1 second is up, my partner. I gotta go. Oh, this podcast is over.
Wait a minute. What do we got to do here? What do we got to do? What's he going to do? Oh, man, I can't even get this. Oh, I can't even get this off. We're going to
look at that. Look at that. You super glued your marker together. I should have done that for you.
Oh, man. Hey, what's that say, buddy? What's that say now?
That says you got Michael Jordan. That's what that says. You got Michael Jordan.
That guy right there? I got that guy?
Yeah, that guy. That guy right there.
I got that guy. Okay. What does that mean? What does that mean? Oh, that means I'm the champion. My friends.
You are the loser.
It has been an honor, sir, to play with you again. You know, it's been an honor. You know, let's be honest. There was no question in this. Whoever had the number 1 pick was going to win this. Honestly, we should have probably left MJ out of this and not drafted him. We probably had a fair chance, but MJ, the GOAT of all time, wins the backcourt. And honestly, he could win anything. Like, let's be honest. He technically is a small shooting guard and a small forward. He played both.
Yeah.
So in our front court, guess what? Guess who could come back into this play?
Yeah. He could come right back into this category, and he can measure right into our metrics just as good as Wilt Chamberlain or any of these centers or any of these field goal percentage guys or rebound guys. And LeBron James, that's going to be interesting when we do that, Cody.
Yeah,
because when we throw LeBron James in these metrics and we really get down to the bottom of all NBA, all the important stats, and we run this bracket and we do it not only for the backcourt.
I'm still taking this man number 1.
I still might take him also, but all I'm saying is LeBron James is going to be in that same tier, and it's kind of interesting the way our wheel would spin out and see how that would measure out. But
true.
That was really cool to do, man. That was fun to do. Yeah, we all know MJ is the greatest backcourt. Like I was saying before, with MJ and Scottie Pippen, and you put Dennis Rodman down there under the hoop, and all the battles he had with Shaquille O'Neal and the time that they had down there. That was fun to watch. When I started looking at a lot of these metrics and a lot of these numbers, and looking back in a lot of videos, just how good Michael Jordan really was. I looked at a lot of podcasts and a lot of YouTube videos measuring across 15 different stat categories, 15 of them, Cody, and MJ being number 1 above none other than LeBron James, Magic Johnson, Wilt Chamberlain, Bill Russell, the whole 9 yards. And it was pretty cool to watch. And it got me excited about basketball again. And I'm really cool. I'm really glad that we did this podcast, and I can't wait to do all time NBA bracket. That's going to be fun to do, man.
Oh, 100%, buddy. It's gonna be a pleasure beating you in that as well. So I mean,
You got
it's been a
lucky this
pleasure.
time. You got MJ. You got MJ. Next time, maybe I'll get MJ. Maybe I won't. But we'll have a lot more back in here so I can kick your butt with them.
Yeah. Hey guys, it's been fun. Donnie Mac, you got anything saying before we head on out of the night?
Not a whole lot to say. Thanks for joining us here on 863 Sports Buzz podcast, man. We're just trying to bring you just enlightening information on different sports.
Yeah.
Join us
having
next
fun,
time. We'll take you on the water. We'll take you out on the field. We'll even take you on the course.
Yes, sir. It's been an honor. Well, so we're signing off on the 863 Sports Buzz with your host, Donnie Mac and Marshentime. Marshentime is the champ for the next week, and we'll see y'all coming back next week.
Peace out.
Peace.